A Children's Book About Being Greedy by Joy Berry. Help Me Be Good. A Children's Book About Being Greedy by Joy Berry. This book is about Randy and his friends TJ and Tammy. Reading about Randy and his friends can help you understand and deal with being greedy. TJ's mom brings out some cookies and TJ says, "Thanks, Mom." Randy thinks, Tammy says, "Yum." Sometimes you need to share things with other people. Randy says, "I want some of these cookies." Tammy says, "Me too." TJ says, "Let's share them." Turtle thinks, "Me too." It is important to be fair when you share. Sharing is fair when every person takes his or her fair share. A fair share is the part of something that a person deserves to have. Randy says, "I'm hungry, I don't want to share." Tammy says, "But the cookies are for all of us." TJ says, "Yeah, each of us should get some." Turtle thinks, "That's only fair." Sometimes having a fair share means each person gets the same amount. TJ says, "Why don't we each take the same number of cookies?" Tammy says, "It's fair if we each take 2 cookies." Randy's upset and says, Turtle thinks, "And 1 for me." Sometimes a fair share is the amount of something a person really needs. Sometimes a fair share is the amount a person has worked for and earned. Randy says, "If we each take 2 cookies, there will be 1 left over." Tammy says, "I think I should take the extra one because I helped bake them." TJ says, "That's right." Turtle thinks, "What about me?" People are being greedy whenever they try to take more than their fair share. Randy says, "But I want more than 2 cookies." TJ thinks, "Gee." Turtle gets scared and thinks, "All I wanted was 1. Sometimes people are greedy because they are always dissatisfied. They are not happy with what they get. They always want more. Randy says, "2 cookies are not enough for me." Turtle thinks, "Talk about greedy." Sometimes people are greedy because they are self-centered. They care much more about themselves than they care about other people. TJ says, "What about us?" Tammy says, "We want some cookies too." Randy says, "Who cares?" Turtle thinks, "I don't think he cares about anybody but himself." Sometimes people are greedy because they feel superior. They think they are better than others. They believe they deserve to have more than others. Randy puts his hand up and says, "I'm bigger and smarter than they are. I'll just take whatever I want." Sometimes people are greedy because they are unfair. They do not want others to have a fair share. Randy takes all the cookies, chomp, chomp, crunch, smack, and eats them all. Turtle thinks, "Well, that's definitely not fair." It is not fun to be around people who are always dissatisfied, are self-centered, feel superior, or are unfair. No one likes to be around greedy people. Randy's still eating the cookies. Hey, where are you going? Tammy and TJ are upset. Tammy says, away from you. TJ says, we don't want to be around a greedy person. Turtle walks away too and thinks, yes. Greedy people are often unhappy because no one wants to be around them. Randy thinks about what he did and sighs. Oh. Avoid being greedy. Do these things instead. Realize that every person deserves a fair share. Decide what everyone's fair share will be before you share something. Let all the people sharing help decide what a fair share should be. Ask your parent or another adult to help you if you and your friends cannot agree on what a fair share should be. Turtle thinks, may I have a red one, please? Avoid being greedy. Do these things instead. Give other people their fair share before you take yours. Be satisfied with your fair share. Do not try to take more. Do not complain about what you get. Tammy says, let's see. We each get 4 red ones, 3 yellow ones, and... Turtle thinks, oh, right. It is important to treat other people the way you want to be treated. If you do not want other people to be greedy, you must not be greedy. Tammy says, it's great when everyone gets a fair share. Randy says, I'll say. Turtle thinks, it sure beats being greedy. The end. A note to parents about being greedy. Nothing upsets social balance as much as greed. When one person in a group takes more than his or her fair share, the entire group suffers the negative consequences. The purpose of this book is to teach children how to determine what is a fair share. In addition, it helps children understand and embrace the importance of each person taking only his or her fair share. Reading and discussing this book with your child can help him or her overcome the greed inherent in most young children who are not yet socialized. This will make it possible for your child to experience a greater level of success in most social situations. Family life provides a perfect classroom for teaching children how to avoid being greedy. Begin by carefully providing the rationale for a fair share in each and every situation that requires sharing. Soon, your child will be able to determine for himself or herself what is a fair share. Reinforce non-greedy behavior by acknowledging and affirming your child every time he or she takes only a fair share. Thank you.